Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Today is Sunday, so you know what that means. It is time for the full 12-win Classic Challenge series with 3.0 Xbow Cycle, and it is actually pretty late at night again for me right now, so you know, it might be a bit more of a laid-back, chill video today. Not that I think I'm usually very energetic and like hype anyways. I feel like I generally prefer to be pretty chill and relaxed, but I guess yeah, I won't be as energetic since it is pretty late. And I actually have been thinking about it. I feel like when I do these videos later on in the day, I usually feel a lot worse, or at least like I'm procrastinating a bit, because I've always been kind of a procrastinator in my life, but now I feel like with videos, because you know, in the past couple of months I've really started grinding YouTube and making content a lot. Not that it's just for like making content, I really enjoy it, but it's kind of become a part of my daily routine, you know, just making videos every single day or almost every day. And I noticed that when I made videos early in the day, I usually feel really good and fulfilled, but when I make them later on, I usually feel like I'm just procrastinating, and it feels a bit worse, I guess, like I'm just doing it last minute. Like right now, it's almost 9 at night, and I do have to take my dog for a walk soon. And like overall, you know, in the first couple of months when I was first doing this, like maybe 2 months ago or a month ago, probably 2 months ago, I was making videos at one point at like 11 or so in the morning, and I always felt really good about it because it's like a big part of making the video done out of the way. Also, let's just enter the challenge right now. Yeah, I feel like it was really good, but now it feels, I guess, like I've just been procrastinating a lot. And, you know, I'm still getting daily uploads done for the most part, even though most of them are recorded at night these days, or at least in the middle of the day. I should probably try and get back to my routine of doing it early in the morning or in the day. Anyways, that is a huge tangent that you probably didn't ask for, but we are back with the not road to 112 in classic challenges. I am tired again, so I might like stutter a bit or talk a bit slowly, but we are back with the full 12-win classic challenge series with 3.0 Xbow Cycle, starting all the way from 0 wins and working our way up to 12. And it's exciting because this is the second week officially of the balance changes, and actually the first week of the emergency balance change, which I did make a video on yesterday about the earthquake emergency nerf. If you're interested, you can check it out. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, I also think that maybe I'll use Ice Spirit this time around, even though I definitely think Electro Spirit's safer when I'm doing something like this, just trying to get 12 straight wins, because it covers a lot of matchups like Lava Clone and Graveyard and Bait and everything. But Ice Spirit was buffed. I've been using it on ladder. I'm currently pretty high on ladder, like, yeah, top 700. Don't mind this deck. That was not what I played at all. That was literally just in my deck creation. I was building something. Never used it, though. But yeah, I've been using 3.0 with Ice Spirit, not even used Xbow with Archer Queen yet at all, pretty much, and it's been a lot of fun, so I guess I'll use it today. You know, hopefully it doesn't cause any losses, because it very much could. You know, if we go up against Lava Clone, it might be over already, or Giant Graveyard, you really need that E-Spirit. But otherwise, you know, Ice Spirit buff has been huge. Also, Archers were buffed, and let's get right into it while I'm talking, I guess, because don't want to take too long. And we found the first match against Istanbul. And I guess I'll just split Archer's first play. You know, in these first few wins, I usually don't like to play too seriously. Obviously, I'm still trying to play really well if I can, but I'm not, like, try-harding super hard, I guess. And, yeah, like, that's why, you know, you play against a lot of players who are, I would say, without trying to insult them, they are, I would say, more inexperienced. So they do tend to make these kinds of mistakes more often. Look at that Ice Spirit freeze, just beautiful. Musketeer didn't even get a shot. I guarantee it would have gotten a shot if Electro Spirit was in the deck or used in that interaction. And I know I've been gushing a lot about Ice Spirit, a lot of people have been saying, but I mean, it's true, honestly. Like, Ice Spirit buff is just insane, and I couldn't have really asked for a better buff, honestly. Also looks like he just gave up here, so let's just take the 3 crown, and I will take it, you know, just a nice early start. And I think he might have been playing 2.6 Hog with a Tesla, or Xbow Musketeer with Tesla, or just his own deck. You know, at these lower wins, people make whatever they want. So it's really hard to tell what exactly they're playing, but I feel like, let's find out what he was playing, I guess. Yeah, it was Hog. Well, okay, I'm really glad we didn't have to play that one through, because Hog Earthquake with Mirror, it looks like he didn't get the memo about the emergency nerf, because Earthquake was nerfed. I think the goal was to kind of kill this kind of deck, but looks like he's still playing it. I forgot also, Mirror, one of the huge winners of the balance changes. Pretty much everyone is playing it right now, or at least trying it. There's that really obnoxious, in my opinion, 3 Musketeers mirror deck. Gonna Xbow because he went Cage, that's for Elixir, and that Cage is like very offset. So he might have Golem or E-Giant, and I'm actually not going to fireball that. Yeah, so he has a miner. I'm not going to... I'll fireball it now. Notice how I played it a bit higher because I anticipated the flying machine would walk up a bit. And I'll take one Goblin Brawler hit, that's fine. Didn't want to go Skellies in the middle because then the flying machine would have sniped it. And this is looking like it's going to be Lavahound, Skelly King, or just Lavahound Miner in general with no balloon. Could be wrong, of course, because we're only at 1 win, but that's going to be my best guess. Yep, goes for Lava. And I could cycle back to an Xbow right now, but I'm already technically down 2 because I just cycled a log into nothing. And so this is kind of an instructive moment, which I've learned against Lava. Usually if you want to make a play, but you have to cycle like multiple cards and Elixir to get to it, like Xbow in that case, it's usually actually not a great play. And hopefully this Tesla targets the other Skeleton Dragon first. No, it doesn't. But I think I still will not Fireball, just because he doesn't have Miner and Cycle. So I don't need to worry about him going Miner behind. I can just go for a Knight. You know, there's no Miner back, so Tower is targeting all those, and nice Fireball value. So, you know, all these tricks you can use if you know what's in their hand. And that is a big thing with this deck and just any deck, I guess. But let's split Archers, because this is our lower side tower. He could definitely go in this lane. And if not, I could actually go in this lane. Oops, I actually misplayed my Xbow by 1 tile. But it shouldn't be the end of the world. Yeah, he's actually just going to ignore it. Let's try and get a really nice Ice Spirit here to freeze on both the Flying Machine and the Brawler. Perfect. See, look at that freeze. Didn't even take a single hit from that Flying Machine. It was really good. And okay, he goes for a Miner. I guess I'll try and Fireball both the Miner and the Skelly Drag. I missed the Miner. Okay, I'm not playing at the top of my game right now. I'll definitely try and improve on this for when we get higher up in wins, but we are still doing okay right now. It looks like he does not have arrows, or at least, okay, he does, but wasn't electing to use them. Let's just get some really nice Fireball value here. Don't mind taking the Mega Minion hit. Didn't even take it, actually. We should be down about 3 or so Elixir. So let's see. Yeah, he resets with a Cage, and I guess let's go for a Knight into it, and then Xbow opposite. And I also didn't want to go Xbow right away because, you know, he has Skelly Drags. I don't have Fireball and Cycle. I want to have Fireball and Cycle for his Skelly Drags. Look at that Ice Spirit freeze. It's just amazing. And I don't think I'm going to stop talking about it. It's just so good. Going to Fireball the Flying Machine, and that Xbow should be on tower. So either going to forces out the Barbs. Let's just log them to buy a bit more time and take the tower. And then Cycle as well. And, you know, that's going to be a really clean win. We can just go Knight on this side, holding Fireball for the left, and that's going to be a really nice win. You know, it was all over the place. I did make quite a few mistakes, and for that I do apologize. Not playing at the top of my game right now. Also, by the way, commentating while playing live is something that is very underrated, I would say, because at least if you try and commentate to a high quality, because you can easily commentate and just say, oh, I'm going to do this now, going to do that. But I like to try and say what I'm going to do and why, or rather why I'm doing what I'm doing instead of just saying what I'm doing. And also like explaining my overall goals and matchup plans and everything, while also still trying to keep myself entertained a little bit, you know, like just having fun and talking. Because in a way, I'm just talking to myself right now. But let's just Fireball that. And looks like it might be Hog Earthquake with Mirror again. Because he does have a delivery, I believe we saw that. And we'll find out though. Gonna go Skellies. And he might pop ability. Okay, that was really scary because I thought that the Queen... We're gonna go Ice Spirit. Looks like we didn't need it, but actually Ice Spirit is clutch and survives. Looks like... Oh my god, okay, Mirrored Hog. Let's just go Archers and then Skeletons. We need to get DPS on this as soon as possible. And Archers do more DPS than Knight, so yeah, we only took 1 Hog hit in spite of it being level 13. That was great. And he is down 1 in that interaction. He's going to also respond to these Archers. Yep, does so with the delivery. Sadly, I can't ignore it in Xbow, though, because I cannot afford to eat 1 delivery hit, which that delivery would deliver onto my tower. Let's just go for an Xbow now, though. He might have Earthquake, but we do still have a Knight. He doesn't have a Hog in Cycle. I think he does now. He went Mirror, Delivery, Cannon. No, he's 1 away from Hog. He should be back to Hog now, but should not have enough Elixir for it, definitely. Gonna log this back. Hopefully stall some time during the ability as well. Nice, and then we can just go Skeletons afterwards, and ability's obviously just been used, so there's no risk of ability coming in. And goes for another Hog. Let's go for a Tesla, and he's definitely going to go for another Hog again, which is annoying. The more annoying part of it is that I can't actually do anything to stop it. He's just going to do it. I literally can't stop him, so I just have to get ready to defend. Although, thankfully, we did just barely get enough for an Xbow thanks to double Elixir. So let's Ice Spirit to freeze this up. Goes for the Earthquake, which kind of sucks, but you know, Earthquake was nerfed. Look at that. Didn't do as much damage as you'd expect because you're used to the higher damage. It does more than 60 less damage at max level. Not sure about tourney standard. Gonna log on both the Hog and the Queen. And he's probably gonna mirrored Hog again, but the Tesla is still alive, yep. So let's just go for Ice Spirit, Skellies, and I was hoping we would cycle back to our log. Sadly not the case, but we did avoid a Hog hit, which is actually great. That's all I could have asked for. Let's go for an Xbow opposite now, because, you know, we don't want to give him Earthquake value on the left. Knight to predict either a building, or he goes for delivery. Yeah, his building is cannon, I kind of forgot, but archers to snipe it out. And then Ice Spirit Skellies for the Queen. Thankfully, he doesn't pop the ability in time. So let's just log this cannon back. Level 13, that is annoying. Look at... Okay, he misplaced it, though. But yeah, it took a long time to die. That was kind of annoying. But let's just go for a Tesla now, because he has Hog in a cycle. We don't just want to Xbow, give him a free Hog on the Xbow. We want to have a Tesla up. And now we can go for an Xbow, and then we have the Tesla supporting. He might mirror... No, he doesn't even mirror the Quake. I would have mirrored the Quake if I was him just now. Gonna log this back. Hoping he pops ability on the Queen, and kind of lets us get a connection, but... Okay, looks like we are still going to get a connection, and notice how I'm switching lanes. You know, even though we're kind of low on wins, I still want to be teaching you guys some fundamentals, and this one right now is about going opposite lane to any kind of Earthquake or fast cycle matchup with a big spell. There's the mirrored Earthquake, but, you know, since he was playing it, he kind of panicked and did not get his cannon down in time. Let's go Ice Spirit log, Ice Spirit Skellies to predict his cannon or whatever he plays, and that's going to be GG. He gives a GG too. That was a really nice win against a very hard matchup. I mean, if played perfectly, I think there should be no way that he would lose that, just because he can literally mirror Earthquake. Although I will be honest, I was playing this deck, and I lost this exact matchup against Xbow 3.0 Cycle with Hog EQ mirror. Although I was like playing in bed and not really playing that well. Like, I'm not going to give any excuses, you know, oh, I wasn't taking it seriously. But I wasn't playing that well, and he played better than me for sure. Something the opponent did, that was like 8 wins in a GC. I was just playing different decks in GCs. Something the opponent did that was interesting was going Xbows in the middle, because if you go Hog on it, it will jump up and retarget. And it is interesting, though, because I feel like you can just snipe it with a cannon, but I guess the opponent just wanted to do it. Something I might try and employ if I go up against that match a lot, and I'm finding difficulty in breaking through. But we found a match against GS Wicked, and he just goes for a Dark Orb at the bridge first play and lets us get Archer's counter push. Chip damage, so not sure why that was the case. In Dark Goblin, Archer Queen, already don't know what this is. I do want to Expo because I have a Knight alive, but I also don't because I don't know what he has, and that might be very risky. Yep, it's going to be RG. So let's just, I guess, Fireball log this, and wow, he's going to have a Queen as well. I mean, a Hog as well. This is actually looking really bad. Let's go for a Knight. Thankfully, just in time to take the Queen's targeting. If Queen was on tower, that would have been really bad. And Ice Spirit Freeze comes in clutch there. I think if it was E-Spirit, it would have got another hit. And I don't want to hate on E-Spirit because, you know, I've been using it a lot. It's really good. But I just can't deny how good Ice Spirit is. And I guess if I think E-Spirit would have been worse in a situation, I will call that to attention. But goes for Dark Goblin. Let's just go for Skellies and then Archers to both not only distract against the Valk, but also help out against the Dark Goblin's distraction. Or I guess I meant distract against the Dark Goblin and help out against the Valk. But RG Hog. And so a lot of you guys ask me, you know, how do you deal with these multiple win condition decks? And hopefully I can show you guys exactly how. The first one is going to be defend a lot. If I go offensive Expo right now, I will give him an RG on my Expo, and I really don't want that. And so that's something I want you guys to think about when you're playing. You know, are you just going to give them a free counter push? And if you are, then maybe don't go for the Expo. And this time what we're going to do is actually just let this go. Going to take a bunch of hits here, but one, it's in the left lane, so it didn't matter as much. Two, look at the Elixir. I have 9 Elixir right now. Going to go Expo plus Knight, plus I have Archers. He's probably going to Queen. Goes for Valk instead, which means he doesn't even have enough for Queen right away. That's going to be an Expo on tower, and that's basically going to be GG if I just protect this. Well, he has a big spell that I didn't know of, so it's not going to be GG just yet. But yeah, see what I did there? I kind of sacrificed some tower damage as a resource to get an offensive initiative going, and that is the kind of creativity you sometimes have to go for in these... Okay, I really thought the Hog would walk up to the Tesla. It turned that way at the start. Guess it just changed its mind, but yeah, I was just kind of talking, didn't react fast enough. We took one Hawk hit, that's fine. The other strategy in this kind of matchup, multiple win conditions where you can't really get an Expo lock, without, like, you know, doing a play like I did, sacrificing a ton of your HP, is defensive Xbows. You know, no one ever said defensive Xbows were bad. You should never be afraid to go for them. Ice Spirit Freeze is amazing, by the way. Look at that. He didn't even get to go Queen ability. And I'm actually just going to do the same thing, you know, sacrificing a little bit of tower damage. Actually, a lot of tower damage. That is awfully close to losing tower, but if the sequence continued, he would have lost his right tower. Actually, okay, wow. It looks like we are in the sequence being continued, and he is going to lose his right tower. I'm just going to block against the Ewas, possibly, because that's like his only reset that he can go for. That's going to be GG. So yeah, that really wasn't necessary, actually. I guess if you're trying to farm crowns, you can do that. But yeah, I could have just all defended as well. Just a matter of playstyle, I guess. And also, I just playing a bit weird sometimes when I'm tired, so I just felt like doing that. But yeah, exactly what I want you guys to take away in this kind of matchup. You know, Hog, RG, or other kind of multi-win con decks. One, you might have to be creative to get a lock, because if you just go Xbow at random times, it's not going to work. For me, I went Xbow after I sacked a lot of damage, because his Hog was out of cycle, his RG was out of cycle, and I knew my Archer counter push plus Knight blocking would defend against any of his Valk, Ewiz, Archer Queen, and Dark Goblin. And two, defensive Xbows are your friend. Look at his cycle. Okay, sadly that's not the deck on his profile. That is an interesting deck on his profile, though. But okay, I can't really do it in my head that fast, but let's say his cycle is about 3.5 or a bit more. Ours is 3.0, so, you know, we can cycle faster than him. So assuming you defend all his pushes perfectly, his only direct damage on your tower is Fireball and Log. And you have Fireball Log 2 for him, but you have faster cycles. So if you just defend perfectly for 5 minutes, if you're not comfortable going offensive, you can win this matchup just defending. And so defensive Xbows are your friend in these kind of matchups. Just defensive Xbow against the Hog, Tesla against the RG, or vice versa, but don't let them connect to your tower unless you have a big gambit plan like I did. So yeah, just some advice I'd give to you, because I know a lot of people complain about mid-ladder and those kinds of decks. By the way, this series is kind of fun, because I know I've been pretty inactive with my mid-ladder series. I do kind of want to continue it, but I mean, I always say that, never really get around to it. I guess I just don't really see the purpose in mid-ladder that much, but I will still try and do it sometime. Wow, goes for 3. I'm at the bridge, first play. That is a straight up -5, and technically -2, because I did cycle Archers, but let's Expo because we're up Elixir right now. And it's going to be some kind of 3M deck. Let's go for a Knight for this Ghost, you know, not let it connect to the Expo, because why would we? We have basically a golden opportunity to get a connection right now, and Heal Spirit's so annoying, honestly. One of my least favorite cards in the whole game. But thankfully, you know, he kind of messed that sequence up. Let's go Ice Spirit, I guess, because it's only one Elixir, and it might predict against whatever he plays on the Expo. And actually, that's going to take it down to like 500 HP, if not less. Let's go for a Tesla. Yeah, 500 HP with the Golden Knight dash. Tesla is just a straight up 4 for 4. Never go Archers against Golden Knight if he has the ability available, because it'll just one-shot the Archers. It's just never worth it. And that's kind of sucks with the Golden Knight being back in the meta, because it's so good against Archers. I really don't like it, actually. I really don't like that card, especially because they fixed the glitch. It was always annoying, but now that they fixed the glitch where on offense it's not even bad against Expo, or rather on defense, because you can just use the ability freely. You know, before they had to be kind of careful of when they use the ability, because it would just let the Expo retarget onto tower. That's what I was trying to say. Wow, goes for E-Barbs at the bridge. Let's just Ice Spirit to freeze first. Yep, because I knew he'd go something like Barb Barrel. So, you know, that Ice Spirit was just kind of preemptive. And, okay, this is looking kind of bad because Golden Knight is going to dash onto tower. But let's just... Okay, no, it didn't actually. But that's why I held off from using my Archers, by the way, because Golden Knight would have dashed onto the Archers after. So I kind of just waited till that sequence was over. And then when Archers, it's those kind of micro things that kind of separate more experienced players from less. So hopefully you guys can pick up on stuff like that. Although I'm sure you could have imagined yourself, you know, Golden Knight's dashing. I will not play Archers until it's done dashing. But even the simplest of things, sometimes it helps to have them explained. So hopefully I'm helping out. But let's just fireball the 2 Musketeers. Looks like he doesn't even have a pump. Well, he does actually have a pump. I don't even know why I said that. But I actually don't even care about that pump right now because there's only 38 seconds left. Pump lasts like 1 minute or something. And he is not going to have enough time to get that Elixir pump value. And okay, there is exactly the card that I dislike. Look at that Golden Knight dash, just ridiculous, but you know, it doesn't matter. There's 20 seconds left. I'll just defensive Expo. And yeah, like I don't even care about that pump. You shouldn't be doing this if you're in a normal situation, but in a situation, and that's really bad by the way by him, because I could just get fireball value. That's way too much value he's giving away. If the match was normal and continued normally, like he didn't have that, he wasn't about to lose his entire tower, He should have gone 3M very high, probably. Or just not gone 3M at all. But yeah. Golden Knight's very annoying. You really can't do anything about it, so you have to play around it instead. That's sometimes the thing you have to do. You know, if there's a card that there's just no way to counter, you know, he will just one-shot your archers with his dash every single time. You do have to just play around him instead, you know, separate your archers very well. Even more so than before, because now it's 6-tile range again. Before it was actually kind of peaceful, it felt like. And misplaced my Tesla 1 tile too high, but should be okay, I think. By the way, what do you guys think of the Ram Rider nerf? Thankfully, Tesla does take it out in time, but yeah, I haven't actually seen much Ram Rider at all. I've seen a lot of pros saying that Ram Rider's kind of dead now. Not entirely sure, but Ram Rider, Bandit, Barb Barrel, not in that order, Barb Barrel was before. Ewiz, so it's going to be some kind of bridge bam deck. I'm going to assume P.E.K.K.A because Mega Knight was nerfed, but also I'm going to hope it's P.E.K.K.A because P.E.K.K.A is a lot easier than Mega Knight for Xbow. Mega Knight's kind of annoying, and okay, he has a Snowball. He has Snowball, Barb Barrel. Oh, I think it's going to be a version with Inferno Dragon, Mega Knight, and triple spells. At least that's what I can assume. I'm going to go Tesla in the proper placement this time. And he might Mega Knight now, because I'm pretty sure he has Mega Knight in this deck. But let's just log the Ram Rider back, reset the charge, and he's just going to not do anything. So he's just going for these sacrificial Ram Riders in the back. Pretty bad Barb Barrel, actually. Because of that Barb Barrel, I'm going to Xbow, because he just wasted 2 Elixir into a Tesla. And yep, it is going to be Mega Knight, like I said. So he's probably going to have Poison in this deck as well. Let's just go Knight Archers, then we're going to let this die. Actually, no, we're not, because Bandit dashed. Okay, I was expecting the Bandit to actually dash onto the Xbow, actually, but didn't happen. But still, you know, I kind of let that die. I just defended it lightly. Looked like I was defending it, but I was definitely willing to let it die, because it's single Elixir. You just can't really defend against a Mega Knight plus Bandit plus Ewiz in single without like committing your entire bar. Then you'll just be down 5 Elixir. Then Ram Rider opposite will kind of ruin your day. But he did play Mega Knight and then Ewiz, and then I think like only one other card, so he shouldn't be back to a Mega Knight right now. Let's just Xbow. Yep, I was right. He was not back to Mega Knight. Goes for Inferno Dragon Barb Barrel. Let's Fireball this back. That is a really cool play you can make against Inferno Dragon sometimes, you know, if you don't react in time. And okay, sadly my Ice Spirit, I thought it was dead. And okay, he has Lightning, actually. And, yeah, that's a weird interaction, by the way. I don't mind that I took damage on my tower, because we're up so much. That's a weird interaction, though. Sometimes when the Bandit dashes onto the Ice Spirit, it still jumps. Sometimes it doesn't. Do any of you guys know why that happens? Because I really don't, and I'd like to know why, actually. Let's just Defensive Expo, though. Normally, I would say go Knight instead of Defensive Expo, because, you know, if you need to make a connection happen. But I really don't need to make a connection happen. I'm in absolutely no rush to do anything, because I have a huge damage lead. In fact, he was the one who should be in a rush to do something, not me. Yeah, like, he's going for these aggressive lightnings. He kind of has to. And now we've outcycled the Mega Knight once again. Let's go for an Expo. Skelly's to predict the Inferno Dragon. And Knight as well in front, because he's probably going to Barb Barrel. And then log this back. Okay, never mind. Looks like he cycled back to a Mega Knight. So, if there's one thing you guys have learned about me after watching me for a while, it's probably that I'm not that good at counting cycle. Like, I'm okay, but I usually guess wrong, and it comes back to haunt me. But let's just go for Knight. Now, look, he went Bandit in the back, and I'm at 2 Elixir. So even though I have 6 on the board, I'm technically down, because he's defending on his side. I'm definitely not going to go in because of that knowledge. You can sometimes use cues like those to help you play better. Let's just Ice Spirit to keep this Tesla alive, and, you know, even though he has Lightning, I'm really not worried. By the way, a trick you can use against Lightning, just go Archer's same lane. And, yeah, that's literally the whole trick, I guess. He's probably going to Fireball. Let's just log, Fireball back, and then log as well. And, okay, that's bad. Mega Knight is jumping. Let's just go Knight to DPS it down. Okay, that was bad. That was kind of sloppy. But still, you know, we have so much damage, it doesn't even matter that much yet. It might start mattering soon. Now we're going to go for anti-lightning Teslas. Before I didn't really care because we were up so much anyways, but now I don't really want to take anything, take any risks. So let's just Expo. I think I misplaced it because I didn't drag it, I just randomly played it. But let's actually Fireball the Ram Rider. 1, it'll reset the charge, and 2, it gets tower damage, and he's pretty close to actually losing tower. That's 2 logs and a Fireball, I believe. Yeah, it is. Okay, nice. So let's just cycle back, Fireball, back to log. That's going to be GG. So, yeah, nice win. You know, kind of all over the place with my commentary and gameplay. But, I mean, again, it's pretty late at night, so this is what you can expect out of me at this time. So, yeah, I hope it's not too bad, though. Hope it's still kind of educational, because that's kind of my main point. you know, being fun and also being educational. A lot of my friends have told me I should make my content more like Mimi, I guess. Like memes, not the name Mimi. Like jokes and random nonsense, but I feel like that kind of content is probably the most popular on YouTube. But I definitely like making my content more informative and educational above anything else because, you know, I did start it to improve myself. That's basically how I started. I found Xbow a lot of fun, and I wanted to improve. Let's just go... Okay, that actually kind of sucks, that I didn't have the right cycle. I'm trying to figure out what to say, and oh god, this looks like it's going to be lava clone. So, I also forgot to say, but we are currently at a score of 48-1 in this series. 48 wins, 1 loss, which is a really good win rate. But I'm afraid it might go to 2 losses right now, because we are up against Lava Clone, and we do not have Electro Spirit. But I'll still try my best to win. He should be back to Flying Machine. He went Skarmy, Lumberjack, Lavahound. I think he's... Either way, he should be close to Flying Machine at some point. Oh god, he might go for, like, Bat's clone here. That would be really bad for me, and really good for him to do. Let's go Skellies and then Knight. We have to keep this Tesla alive, and there's the clone. Let's go low archers, and actually, I think we're fine. Yeah, we are fine, actually, because low archers do a lot of work. Never mind, one died. Wow, but hopefully the baby dragon doesn't splash it. Oh god, it does. Okay. Oh, it's still alive. Okay, let's Xbow, because the archer's alive. I really thought it was going to die. I was worried, but we are fine. Really bad Lumberjack by him. I'm just going to Ice Spirit opposite, cut it out of range, and... then go Skeletons, I guess, just to make sure I don't take damage. Even though that was kind of bad. I probably should have gone Skeletons to keep in hand if he goes Flying Machine for this Xbow, but for whatever reason, he's not going Flying Machine, which is definitely a mistake. Because if he loses his tower, he might lose this match, actually. I'm really surprised, guys. We might be winning a hard matchup. Like, usually this is Xbow's matchup, I would say, with E-Spirit, but with Ice Spirit, I think it's definitely their matchup. But I'm just going to not play anything. Gonna, yeah, go Archers now. And he does have Fireball, which helps out, actually, because, better than Arrows. You know, Arrows would do Fireball's job right now, but just for 1 Elixir less. Let's go for an Xbow opposite while he's kind of going in. Let's Fireball the Flying Machine as well. You know, I have kind of admitted that I'm not really going to have Fireball and Cycle for the left side, but that doesn't really matter. Tesla, wow, that's an amazing Tesla, by the way. Puts in a lot of work against the baby dragon, and Fireball on everything here. And oh my god, guys, I think we just beat Lava Clone in a 2-tower game. I'm actually really happy right now, because I'm really proud of this match. I'm gonna say wow, because, like, this is a really hard matchup, but I guess this kind of proves, you know, a good Xbow player, not that I want to call myself super good or anything, but, like, a good Xbow player can beat any matchup no matter how hard it is, if he plays perfectly. No matter how bad the matchup is, because the opponent can always not play perfectly, you know, if that makes sense. And our opponent definitely did not, because he has Lava Clone. I have Ice Spirit. Like, if he plays well, you know, he just sacks an Xbow and tower trades, he should win. So this is going to be a really hard matchup, I would say, and we actually won it. I would say it's at least 60-40 for them. With E-Spirit, it's probably 60-40 for us, or maybe even better. Then again, he did have Fireball, not Arrow, so it does help a little bit. But still, you know, I think without E-Spirit, this should definitely be a bad matchup. And I'm glad we kept the flawless streak going so far. At least I don't want to jinx anything because, you know, we are only at 7 wins. But yeah, really glad. That was actually one of the matchups I was talking about. You know, you need E-Spirit against Clone at the start, I said. And we went up against Clone and we didn't lose, so that's really good. Maybe that means we're done with Clone for the day, at least I hope. And Heal Spirit comes out. I think this is going to be one of those new 3M mirror pump decks. Let's just... Okay, E-Barb's in the back. Let's just log. I wish I had Tesla in cycle. I would definitely Tesla right now. Since I don't, I'll just go Knight kind of high, I guess. Wait as long as I can so that I can kind of kite this right side E-Barb into the Knight with my Skeletons like that. And yeah, nice. Okay, gonna be nice defense. Let's Tesla. I want to Xbow, but I don't have Knight in cycle, which means at the end of that sequence, I won't have Knight for the Gold Knight unless I cycle back to it, and then it's going to be a lot of Elixir. So, I don't know if that makes sense, but I didn't want to Xbow because I already had a Gold Knight to deal with, if that makes sense. But, Tesla doing work against Gold Knight. If he's smart, he won't use ability here. Yeah, he didn't. That was probably good by him. And Mirror Pump comes in. Okay, so I've experimented very roughly with this matchup so far. Wow, really, really bad Barb Barrel. Like, no offense to him, but, like, really bad Barb Barrel right there. Don't know what he was thinking. And let's go for a Knight. Let's wait on it a bit because he might go for the dash. In fact, he's definitely going to dash now, yeah, so didn't want to go Knight and then have him dash and have Xbow be the thing it's targeting second. And I'm not going to fireball that pump, by the way, because I think it would just be kind of digging myself a hole. Let's just kind of log cycle instead, even though that's also kind of digging myself a hole because it's technically 2 Elixir into nothing. But this trick you can use against Ghost if you don't have Knight. You know, Knight is definitely the best. Wow, really, really bad 3M by him, giving me fireball value on both the Musketeers and the pump. Really bad. He should have split that the other way around 100%, and he didn't, so I'm grateful, I guess. But let's just... Okay, yeah, he's just going to commit in the right side, so we just have to defend. Let's log, and then Skellies for the Musketeer. I think we also have to go Archers here, and oh no, Heal Spirit. Knight over here. Sadly, Gold Knight... Oh wow, Gold Knight didn't dash onto tower. I really don't know why, but I'm grateful because that would have sucked. But anyways, I guess I'll fireball this pump just to kind of maintain my cycle with his, and then I'll just defensive Xbow. And if he 3Ms, I'll just have an Xbow up for 30 seconds, 35 seconds in the match, so this Xbow should be alive for a long time, especially because it's double Elixir now, so Xbow, it does get more value. By the way, I don't think defensive Xbows in a single make any sense at all, at least with this deck, maybe with other decks, and that was a mistake. Didn't mean to double drop those just now. Let's fireball the Golden Knight and Musketeer, then go Archers, kind of sacrificial Archers, and wow, that Gold Knight kind of traveled the world over there. Let's just Ice Spirit it back, and then Skeletons, Knight, and he might E-Barbs now, but I actually don't really care. I'll just Fireball. Yeah, that's going to be GG. That's going to be a really nice win against the new meta 3M mirror deck. And oh, I was saying about my... I've made so many tangents in this video that I can't even keep track of myself. But I was talking about the mid-ladder series, right? And someone made a comment, one of you guys, that I really appreciated. And he said, this series is really nice because you get to see me play against a lot of matchups, both meta and mid-ladder. Like, you know, this deck's very mid-ladder-esque. Actually, that's like the only mid-ladder deck we've played against so far. Pretty much every other deck has been a meta deck, which is interesting because usually the first few wins of a Classic are all over the place. But yeah, hopefully it helps you guys because someone said, you know, it helps you learn how to play against these. And even though it is an even playing field, I'm not under-leveled, still it kind of teaches you the principles of how to play against mid-ladder decks. And you would do the same thing with under-leveled cards, you just be at a bit more of a disadvantage. But yeah, really nice win so far. Hope that helps you guys out. I don't think I've played that matchup before. I've played with all sorts of Expo decks, but I don't think I played with 3.0 against that. Hopefully it helps you out. I think in single, you fireball the first pump and Expo into the second pump, because, you know, let's actually look at the replay for a bit. Just kind of reinforce this idea in my own head, because I feel like it's a good play, but if they have enough for E-Barbs, it's probably bad, because E-Barbs are such a good counter to Expo. You usually need to overcommit a lot for it. By the way, after seeing Heal Spirit, you can be sure it's going to be either 3M or Bridge Spam with no big spell. It shouldn't really be any other deck. Except, I guess, like Giant Sparky, the Agony King deck. But anyways, let's fast forward a little bit here. Okay, Pump, Tesla into Golden Knight. I am down about 2 Elixir right now. 1.5 Elixir. Pump into Fireball, that's a -1 trade. By the way, I think it's stupid how that's a -1 trade for me now. Like, I really do. Like, Fireball... I guess it makes sense, but it's still silly. The pump buff was a bit over the top. But yeah, okay, right here, he goes for the pump, mirrored pump, and he's at 3 Elixir. Okay, and he's right about to get another one, so he'd be at 4. And a really annoying 3M deck would be like one with Ice Golem. They would go Ice Golem, and then they would generate Elixir while they're Ice Golem stalling the Expos. Lifetime, 29%, by the way, did the math. Kind of annoying. Another big tangent. I'm full of those today. Yeah, so he doesn't have Ice Golem in this deck, so, you know, even if he got the Elixir right away, he would be 2 away from E-Barbs. I think the best play for the 3M player is to, if they have E-Barbs in Cycle, just go E-Barbs on the Expo, take a bit of damage at the start, and then go E-Barbs. For the Expo player, I think you should defend your Expo as much as you can, because that's probably going to be the only chance you get for a lock when they go double pumps like this. And yeah, looks like I was right, you know, they don't have too much Elixir. So he does have enough for E-Barbs if he wanted. He could have, like, waited then gone E-Barbs instead of Barbarial. Now he should have gone E-Barbs. I don't know what he was thinking with this Golden Knight instead. But even if you want E-Barbs, they would have gone Knight, Archers, and then, like, Log or something. But yeah, that's my point, I guess. In this matchup, my best advice to you guys, Expo into the, Fireball into the first pump, Expo if they mirror the pump, and then later on, I think, generally save Fireballs for pumps, I guess. And defensive Expos all the way. That's really the only answer in this matchup. I've experimented with it a lot. I've lost a lot against 3M because I've gone super aggressive in single and thought, oh, I'm up so much Elixir, I'll definitely get an advantage. Or when they outcycle my Fireball and go pump, I try Xbowing. But they have Ice Golem. If they have Ice Golem, you will never break through, I guarantee that. Because Ice Golem opposite lane tanks 29% of your Xbow. Then they have Barbarian, Bandit, Ghost, Heal Spirit. Heal Spirit healing all those Ghosts and Bandits gives them like 1 extra Elixir of value. So that's like a 4 Elixir Bandit and Ghost, which is, I guess, kind of weird to say, but like my point is that it's just stupid how much HP they have with the Heal Spirit. Barbarian shuts down any kind of skeleton stall or distraction, and then by the time you take out all their troops, they're back to another Ice Golem, and you're just down a full pump. So I think only go in if they double pump. If they go for 1 pump, don't Xbow. And yeah, just defend for the rest, and you should be good. Kind of long section, talking about the 3M matchup, but it is a very popular new meta deck, so I figured I'd kind of explain a bit to you guys. I'm also figuring it out by myself right now, because I haven't played against it. Wow. Minor Bat's first play, very aggressive. We should be even on Elixir right now. She should be at 6. Let's Xbow, because we have Archers plus Skeleton counter pushing. And he goes for a Golden Knight. Okay, so let's go for a Knight. Gonna help out against the Tesla too. Goes for the Golden Knight dash. Hopefully the Ice Spirit jumps onto the Tesla. No, it doesn't. Dang it, Ice Spirit. After everything I've talked up about it, it chooses to fail me like that. Okay, anyways. That kind of sucks that we didn't get a huge connection. If Ice Spirit was on the Tesla, we definitely would have gotten more damage. But either way, this is looking like it's going to be minor wall breakers with bats. Very good. Definitely going to be a very hard matchup, I would say. Especially with the Golden Knight now that it's fixed. But I don't want to cycle Archers right now. Usually, splitting Archers is fine. I don't, because this guy has a tendency to go bats. And okay, he didn't go minor bats that time. So let's just not Xbow, I guess. And I think we outcycled the Golden Knight. At least I hope so. So let's Xbow. Okay, really bad Xbow. Right into the poison. That was kind of bad. And I didn't even outcycle the Golden Knight. So I don't know what I'm doing. But I'll just, I guess, let this die. A sad and painful death. And then let's switch lanes next time, I think. Because this is looking really bad right now. So minor poison, log, bats, Golden Knight, Tesla. I think last two, yeah, skeletons and last card should be like wall breakers, I guess, or maybe even another cycle card. Who knows? He might go minor bats now that I wasted. Okay, minor poison. That is a terrible play. I thought I was the only one making terrible plays right now, but I'm gonna Expo, then Knight to predict the Tesla. He just spent 7 Elixir, so I don't know what he's thinking. I'm gonna kite this out of range. Maybe I shouldn't actually, because okay, last card's gonna be delivery. Let's go skeletons, I guess, to cycle back to my archers as well. Then go archers to predict, and also he has to log right now, and then we get a nice connection. So really good connection there. Definitely on him. I don't know what he was thinking with that minor poison push, but let's just keep the pressure up. So it's just going to be a minor poison control deck. Going to go Ice Spirit Skellies for the minor. And then archers. This kind of sucks, actually, because he's just going to dash and it'll kill my archers. Yep, there it is. But Expo should take out the Golden Knight in time. Yep. Nope, gets another hit for some reason, but bad log by him. So let's Expo at 8. That's another trick, by the way. You don't want to Expo in matchups like these until you have enough to go for a Knight as well in front. Because if you don't prediction Knight and he Teslas, you just lose the Expo. You lose your whole initiative. That's going to be Tower, though, because he's cycling a lot of random stuff. I know for sure he's not back to Golden Knight yet. That's going to be GG against, I would say, pretty much a hard counter, actually. Sounds weird when I say it, but he has the Golden Knight, so if he plays perfectly, he has a 3-card cycle, and there's no way Expo can outdamage minor poison log, let alone with a 3-card cycle instead of 4, especially if they go same lane as you. So that's a real big trick for both sides. I don't know why I'm helping the other side here, but with minor poison against Expo, you're always going to go same lane. I guess with any deck, it makes sense, because Expo's fundamental is opposite lane, because you don't want to give them spell value in your Expo, plus same lane tower. But then, on the other side, they want to go same lane, so they can get spell value on your Expo plus tower, so that's why I was switching lanes at the start, and that's why you guys should always be doing that too against, minor poison, against Hog Earthquake. Also, I think I'm talking pretty fast right now. I actually got some comments where someone said I talk too much, and honestly, I didn't take too much offense to it, because when I make content like this and, a few thousand people watch it, there's always going to be some haters, but I kind of enjoy, talking about all my thoughts, and I have a lot of thoughts, so I guess hopefully that's fine with you guys. I know some people don't like it, but I'm honestly happy with it, and that's what matters the most, I guess. Anyways, Tombstone, coming in. Gonna log it. And this could be Splash Yard or Lava. I kind of hope it's Splash Yard because that would be a nice matchup. And let's cycle Skeletons in the back. Goes for a Skelly King. Looks like it is going to be Splash Yard. Let's Xbow opposite right away. And if he goes Baby Dragon... Okay, never mind. It's going to be Royal Giant, I guess. Let's go for a Knight. And dang, it looks like he cycled back to his Royal Giant in time. Or not cycled back, but cycled to his Royal Giant in time. And this is looking like it's going to be another pretty tricky matchup, I guess. Also, my cycle is kind of messed up right now, which is definitely my own fault. And he's definitely going to go Skelly King ability right now. That's why I'm not doing anything against it, by the way. And that's why I'm not logging it, because I know he's going to ability. I need log for the ability. Yeah. Wow, that's still going to be a lot of damage. Oh no, this could be our first loss, actually, in the challenge, and second loss in the series. That was a really bad Xbow, I guess. I thought it would be Graveyard, but going to Xbow now. I think he's not back to RG. I at least hope he's not. Okay, he's definitely back to it after that Fisherman. Okay, bad Xbow. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, dang. Okay, this is looking really bad right now. I think he also has Lightning, which is even worse, because if we don't get a huge connection, we're never going to come back in this matchup. But on the bright side, we do have Ice Spirit instead of Electro Spirit, which doesn't help out against the Skelly King, but it does help out against the RG. Let's go Knight Xbow, I guess. This is super aggressive, but I think I have to be super aggressive anyways, because I'm down so much. Let's go Archers up high. Goes for a Mother Witch. Let's log. And he's going to go Pig. I mean, he's going to spawn a Pig. And then, actually, Archer's going to take out the Tombstone. That's going to be an on tower. Wow, he has to Lightning this right now. I guess he doesn't have enough Elixir for it right away. Should Lightning right about now. Nope, he has Firewall. Okay, wow. Okay, I'm really happy and relieved, because I think we're actually going to win this one. Thankfully, also he panicked against that, or I guess he just logged the Ice Spirit. Not really panic, but it looked like a panic play to me, I guess, when you usually log on defense. But yeah, okay, gonna be a pretty good matchup, I would say, with Fireball. Not too worried anymore. With Lightning, it's obviously a lot more stressful, but with Fireball, there's not a lot to worry about. I'm just gonna defensive Expo, I guess, because I can't go for another Tesla. But I do want to get another defense down, and let's Tesla right now. And okay, RG's on tower. Ice Spirit to retarget it, and okay, that was really bad, actually. Let's log all of this back. And I might be eating my own words right now, because it doesn't look like I'm winning, does it? But he might Mother Witch on these Archers. I think that would be a good play. Nope, didn't do it for some reason. Let's just go split Archers, I guess. And then we are still in this, but if he's smart, he's going to go like Skelly King, then start spell cycling. That'll be the most annoying thing, but looks like he's not doing it yet, which is great. So that's going to be my biggest hope, I guess, if he doesn't... Like, he could literally Fireball... Okay, he did it. That sucks. I guess our plan is going to be to Expo and then try and outcycle his RG. Let's Fireball that. Tombstone. And oh my god, Expo's on tower. Now we just have to predict against Zappies, and we win. Wow, I'm going to spam wows because we were winning, then we were losing, then we came back and we're winning. Then I threw it all away against that RG. Then again, Skelly King pushing RG is kind of stupid in my opinion. Like, it's a bit ridiculous how far it pushes it. Like, you saw it kind of push it so far that I couldn't get my Tesla down in time because it also pushed it forward, not only to the side. But then he choked at the very end as well with a very bad log. I think it was Tombstone log. Very aggressive by him, which resulted in me being able to just go in, and I guess he didn't have enough Elixir for the RG in time, or he just panicked, didn't get it down. Either way, life lessons to be taken away from that match. Do not... I guess that was maybe a bad defensive Expo, actually, because it didn't really get me 6 Elixirs worth of value in the time. And so I would say defensive Expos are pretty good in this matchup sometimes, but if you anticipate they're going to go for a push, you should never go for one, because it just won't get you that value in that short of a time period. And, you know, after the RG push is done, it might still get value, but you'll already have taken damage, and the whole point of your Elixir in that time is to avoid taking that damage. So I think in the future, in that situation, I should just, you know, go Knight, go like split Archers, not Archers same lane because you'll just Fireball them, and then get back to another Tesla easier. But yeah, anyways, just kind of a mini self-analysis there. Into the next match, we still didn't lose, even though this has had quite a few close calls so far. And okay, against Hog first play, let's just Fireball it back, and that's what you want to do. It looks like a big commitment, and it is, but in Hog matchups, you usually can't afford to take even one Hog hit if you can afford it, so I didn't want to give him any kind of hog hits on tower, so and he did kind of starting hand me with hog first play. And okay, it's going to be hog mortar, thank god. I thought it was going to be hog earthquake. Then again, it could still be hog earthquake, I guess, but with mortar, it's at least not that bad compared to hog earthquake fast cycle. Anyways, what we're going to do right now is cycle to our archers and just go archers for this mortar. And he goes for a muskie opposite lane. This could actually very much be an earthquake deck. Yeah, snowball earthquake. Very possible to be potential spells for this guy. But I'm just going to go for a fireball on the musketeer. I need all the damage I can get. Gonna go Tesla, then log the musketeer right away. And then I guess Ice Spirit on these bats. Really nice Ice Spirit. Honestly, Ice Spirit's a card that's so rewarding to play because, you know, if you don't play it well, it looks really stupid. But if you play it well and, like, you splash all the bats and everything, it looks really satisfying in my opinion. Like, E-Spirit would have done that job just fine. But Ice Spirit just, it feels more rewarding, I guess. And hopefully he cycles a Valk right now. I'll definitely Xbow if he does that. He goes for a Mortar instead. I guess he'll go for a low Knight. Goes for a Valk in front. Let's just go for archers off to the side. Now, this is kind of a scout. You know, does he have a fireball? Likely going to be an earthquake, though, unfortunately. Let's just split our skeletons as well. Kind of protecting our archer a little bit. And nice. So, basically, I'm trying to avoid any kind of damage onto my tower right now from the mortar, even a little bit. Because this could actually still be earthquake. As much as it sucks, it could definitely be an earthquake matchup. And I'm just holding my Tesla right now. Okay, he goes for a low mortar. Let's go for an Ice Spirit and then Knight. Looks like he's not predicting at the bridge anymore, but still goes for the Valk. Let's go archers. And if he goes musketeer, I can... Okay, he has fireball. Okay, that kind of sucks because mortar's on tower, but that is also really good because I can just fireball it, and that means it's going to be my matchup for sure. You know, there was a bit of tension. I didn't know if he had mortar, earthquake, or fireball, I mean. But looks like it's not going to be anything too bad to worry about because he has fireball. And so he has fireball snowball. I have fireball log. Okay, goes for a hog opposite. Pretty aggressive. Gonna just Ice Spirit skellies against this and split archers as well just to make sure I don't take any musketeer hits on the left. And then let's go for a Knight. He actually probably might not expect this. Yeah, he definitely expected the Valk to take that out. And see, he didn't snowball in time. He didn't expect it. So that's a huge Xbow play in general. You know, making plays that the opponent will not expect. Let's go for... Wow, he's taking a lot of damage right there. I would not advise that if I were him. Or advise that for him. And takes the Ice Spirit hit too. Wow, this is not really a great day for my opponent. Let's just split archers, I guess, to not take another mortar hit. Goes for a Valk. He might hog right now. Nope, goes for a musketeer instead. Let's go for a log. Cycling back to my Tesla. Then goes for a mortar. Let's just go for a fireball. Then Ice Spirit down low. And then split skeletons. And okay, bad skeleton is going to have to go archers just to make sure I don't take any mortar hits. But we've basically already won. And I know I said that last game, so I guess I shouldn't be saying it. Shouldn't be getting too full of myself just yet, because I could definitely choke and play bad. But yeah, this is looking really good because, you know, he doesn't even have earthquake. So if I just defend well, he will never break through. Let's just log all this back. Ice Spirit. Look at that freeze. Like, it's just amazing, honestly. Let's just fireball that. I could have defended without the fireball if I really wanted to conserve Elixir. He's getting very desperate now, so I'm just going to go Xbow opposite. Then Knight. Notice this Knight placement. Tanks for the mortar. Also supports the Xbow. Very key play. Let's go for an Ice Spirit after the mortar shot lands, and then Xbow's going to be on tower. He's going to be forced to fireball this if he wants to take it out. If he goes for Musketeer, it won't do the trick because I'm predicting it right now, and that's going to be GG. Because he did not fireball it, but even if he fireballed, I still would have won because we were just up so much in that sequence. But yeah, GG, well played. 11-0. You know, this would be really amazing if we could get a 12-0 with the Ice Spirit. It would be great. And actually, I make all my video thumbnails myself, so it's cool because I can change the thumbnail. If I get the 12 win right now, 12-0, I'll make the text blue just for the Ice Spirit because, you know, it would be a cool thing. Normally I make it green color because it's a classic challenge, but I'll make it blue just for the Ice Spirit. I think it would be a nice kind of touch. Didn't want to add an Ice Spirit graphic, might be too clunky. Another idea, though, I could add like either an Ice or Electro Spirit to kind of show on the thumbnail which spirit I'm using. But not that it really matters, I'm still playing 3.0 at the end of the day. Anyways, that was a pretty big tangent as well. Into our 12-win potential match, or 11-1 potential match. And it's going to be Logbait. So let's fireball the barrel. This could actually be mirror Logbait with giant skeleton. I'm going to have to go skeletons here because that could definitely get to my tower. That would be suboptimal. He might mirror his barrel right now, so that's why I'm holding on to my log. This could be a Sparky deck, actually. Fire Spirit, nope. Okay, don't know what it's going to be, actually. But he's 2 cards away from Giant Skeleton, so let's just Xbow. Find out what other counters he has in this deck. And Tesla, okay, gonna Knight. Fireball, okay, bad Fireball. Actually, not a bad Fireball, technically, just based on what I did, it was a bad Fireball. If I didn't go Knight in front, that definitely would have taken out my Xbow. Let's go Skellies here. You have to do that kind of placement, by the way, against Fire Spirit, because otherwise it has such a big splash radius it will splash onto your Xbow. So just a small little tip there against Fire Spirit when protecting Xbows. I know, very niche situation, but to play Xbow well, you have to know all these niche situations. That's why it's kind of hard in my opinion, but I have a lot of fun doing it. Let's just split archers, and then I hope he goes Giant Skelly again. Although, yeah, knowing that I have Xbow, he probably won't. Let's just go Xbow anyways, though, because I'm just going to Knight. And by the way, I'm not going to Knight at the bridge. Going to Knight to let the tower help out. And then I'll go Ice Spirit Skellies, actually. It seems stupid, because Giant Skelly Bomb's going to kill my Xbow. But in the meantime, Xbow gets, yeah, like a couple hundred damage. I think like 200 on the tower. Would have been like 300 if he didn't go Skellies to tank, so well played by him. But yeah, like, just that tiny difference is really great. And I can split archers once again, and then Xbow right away. Because I cycled so much. So that's another benefit of defending your Xbows. If you cycle all your cycle cards, you will cycle very quickly. Let's Fireball this. He might not expect it. Okay, he has Sparky. Let's go Ice Spirit to stall a Sparky hit. Then go Skeletons to stall another Sparky hit. And now we're going to go Knight again. Hopefully the Sparky doesn't splash. That'll be really bad. Okay, nice. Was not really bad. Let's log. Okay, hit the Dark Goblin too. Great. And again, situation I was talking about. You know, in the interim... Yeah, Fireball was forced out anyways. Let's go for an Xbow. Skellies to predict the Tesla and or Sparky. And then Knight. And wow, really good Fire Spirit by him, actually. But I'm still going to go Ice Spirit. Because, yeah, again, element of surprise. So underrated with Xbow. Like, he was not expecting me, you know. A rational play right there would have been to just let the Xbow die because it was so low on HP. And Tesla was there. But, you know, I overcommitted, knowing that it was a bit of an overcommit. Because you might not expect it, and just that element of surprise is sometimes all you need to win. And by the way, tip against Sparky, I learned this from Crafter. Okay, what I didn't learn from Crafter was taking full Sparky hit to the face. But what I did learn, notice with the first Skeletons, is that I played it to the side, which pushed the Sparky into the Tesla. And what that meant was that the Sparky would next be hitting the Tesla. Also, if you play your Skeletons to the right side of the Sparky, you would push it to the left, which would be away from the Tesla, not getting targeted. So just some small micro plays that you can take note of and use in your own gameplay. I learned that from Crafter, if you guys remember, one of the best Xbow players, and still one of my friends to this day. We still talk. But yeah, really useful tip. Did not learn the Sparky hit on the tower from Crafter, but anyways, the match was over. It doesn't really matter. And that, my friends, is going to be a flawless 12-0 Classic Challenge with Xbow Ice Spirit. Going to screenshot that, even though I guess it doesn't really warrant screenshotting, just because I'm proud of Ice Spirit, honestly. Like, we got a nice 12-0, and we did it with Ice Spirit. So, you know, we played against Bats, we played against Skelly King, played against Bats, played against Clone. Yeah, like, and at least 4 matchups, I would say. Like the 1, 2... Okay, 3 matchups that Clone that E-Spirit would have been better in. Ice was definitely clutch in this one as well, though. Like, against the RG, it froze up stuff a lot. Against the Miners, Ice Spirit Skeletons freezes up really well. Against Mega Knight Ramrider, Ice Spirit's amazing. And against these kind of random decks as well, against Earthquake, it's good to stall. Against Lavahound, it's good, as long as it's not Lava Clone. And so, you know, overall, just really proud of that. And that is going to be a nice 12 win. I think this I just played for fun. Honestly, not sure if I can find it in my battle log, can I? That 12 win. Okay, yeah, I just played... Actually, no, this was part of the series. Okay. So... Oh yeah, that was one where I lost. Dang. Okay, so... Yeah, I guess... Okay, yeah, because I recorded that on a Monday. Sorry for, like, the big delay, but I recorded that on a Monday, which is why it says 5 days, 23 hours ago. I was wondering, right? Because I make these every Sunday. It should usually be... 7 days ago, but last week I pushed it by 1. But anyways, today I'm not pushing it. That's going to be a really nice 12 win. Flawless 12-0 with 3.0 Ice Spirit in the new meta. You know, hopefully I helped. I taught you guys how to play against Earthquake Mirror, how to play against 3 Musketeers Mirror Pump, Golden Knight, and how to play against all those higher up decks like Minor Poison Control. a Hog Mortar, and then the weird Sparky bait deck at the end. But that's going to be a nice 12-0. Let's open up the chest. What I say in every single video, you know, these chests aren't amazing by any means, but for 10 gems, not 10 elixir, look how much value that is. You know, 2k gold, some useful cards, and just only for 10 gems, that's very much worth it, in my opinion at least. But yeah, that's going to be a very nice 12-0. So hope you guys enjoyed the match. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I mean, I'm still talking a bit like fast, and again, I apologize if you guys don't appreciate when I like talk a lot. I know I got a comment like that, so it made me a bit self-conscious. But honestly, I learned like you're gonna get a lot of those hate comments on the internet anyways. And for the most part, I get a lot of really warm and encouraging comments from you guys. So thank you guys so much, especially if you're watching right now. You know, 55 minutes into the video. I really appreciate you for watching the whole way through. Yeah, thank you all. That's going to be a really nice 12 win. And yeah, I was saying I basically learned you need to do this for yourself. Like, I'm talking about stuff and like commentating because I enjoy it. I'm not doing it for validation from anyone. Like, there was a time when my videos were doing really badly. I was getting like a few hundred views max. That's honestly a lot. I shouldn't be complaining about that compared to some others, or compared to myself once in the past. But, you know, compared to recently, I had a bit of a low streak on my channel. Even like a month and a half ago or so, I was hitting like, you know, 3k views consistently. I was really happy. Then suddenly my videos went down to below 2k views for a while. I felt pretty discouraged, but didn't let it stop me. Last year as well, you know, there was a period of time where in my channel I was doing not that good. In life, I wasn't doing really well, actually. Like, it was a really dark point, probably my lowest point ever, honestly. But I'm doing a lot better now, so I'm really happy. But I really thought my channel was dying. In those really anxious and sad times of mine, one of my biggest thoughts was my YouTube channel is one of the biggest things I have in my life, and it's dying. Like, it made me really sad. But I realized, you know, I can't just think like that. You know, regardless of how many views I get, I still have to enjoy what I'm doing. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. Like, it's never worth it to chase views, to chase money. You know, only like I'm not sitting here for an hour playing classic challenges for money. If I really wanted money, I could even push people, although I've stopped that like for almost a year now or so, because it's against the terms of service and they're actually enforcing it now. Not that I encouraged breaking it before. I did break it before, but I admit to it, and you know, it was wrong. And I haven't done it in a long time, like at least 6 months. But yeah, like I could still be doing it. I could be breaking terms of service. I could be pushing accounts for money in grand challenges or ladder. I still get DMs on Twitter like almost every day. You know, can you push me on ladder? Stuff like that. But I'm just doing this for fun because I enjoy it and because I enjoy helping you guys as well. So yeah, a bit of a random long speech by me at the end, but hope you guys enjoyed the video today. That's going to put me at 9 12-win classics on this keepsakes account, which I really like, by the way. This is my newest account that I got, and I also got 20 wins on it. Got a global tourney badge last global tourney. I think, no, last global tourney was triple elixir. The one before that, though, I got a badge, the normal one. By the way, Queso Cup Royal Tournament, look at that art. It looks amazing. I honestly love it. But yeah, that's going to be out tomorrow, and you already know what that means. I'm going to be making a video on it tomorrow. Probably going to be about as long as this one. Going to go from 0 to 10 wins, because I guess I just like sitting here for an hour and making long videos. But yeah, anyways, that's going to be the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm really proud of this one because I got it with Ice Spirit, not even Electro Spirit, which I would say is definitely harder. And I think for that, I'm going to put the Ice Spirit on my profile. It's kind of weird on this account. I haven't been like doing everything optimally. I haven't been like upgrading everything, using all my gold and everything, because I'm a bit worried about leveling up to level 11, because I know eventually I want to make a mid-ladder video, and I want to be kind of under-leveled. Like, I'm not upgrading my log, stuff like that. And then challenges do give you experience as well. But I think after I make my quote-unquote ultimate mid-ladder guide, whenever that happens, I will probably upgrade this account a little bit, because I kind of made this account the name Keepsakes. It's a bit sentimental to me, but I basically made it when I was at a pretty bad place in life, I would say, like what I was talking about like a few months ago. And I just made it so that, you know, I don't really care about my win rate or stats or anything. I just made it to play whenever I felt like playing, no matter how bad I felt. Because when I feel pretty bad in real life, I usually play pretty badly too. So I just made it to just play whenever I want. But yeah, I guess random personal story. Because I have so many accounts. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be the video, guys. Really happy I was able to get the 12 win. Hope you enjoyed. And I have made a playlist for this, by the way. I made a little bit of a makeover on my channel recently. Upgraded a lot of playlists, or created a lot of playlists, updated a lot of playlists. and customize the channel homepage as well. So check it out if you want. This will be in the playlist, so you can watch the rest of the episodes in the series if you missed the others. But for now, that's going to be all for me. Hope you enjoyed. See you next Sunday for the series, and see you tomorrow for the Global Tourney video. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.